Exodus chapter 3, verse 2. There, on this one day, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. This is amazing, Moses said to himself. Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go see it. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush, Moses, Moses, here I am. Moses replied, do not come any closer. The Lord warned him, take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham and God of Isaac and God of Jacob. When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid. He was afraid to look at God. Then the Lord told him, I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I've heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering, so I have come down. Wow. I've come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and to lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites. Would you want to have been a Perizzite? I didn't say this first hour, but the Perizzite, they're originally from Iowa. Oh, come on. You can send your emails to Mitch Chitwood and the Hivites, the Jebusites now live. Look, the cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I've seen how harshly the Egyptians abused them. Now go, for I'm sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people Israel out of Egypt. You must do this. But Moses protested to God. Who am I? What? Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? Now, one of the best things that Moses ever did in his life is he went to work that day. And during the time while he's working, again, he's not at church, he's not at some spiritual retreat, he's at work. But he sees something out of the corner of his eye and gets his attention. It wasn't supposed to be there, right? It was super unusual. See, I think that God calls us, I think he can call us at church, right? I'm not saying that he can't, and I'm not saying that he doesn't use a spiritual retreat or something to get our attention. But I think really, for the most part, he's really trying to get our attention at work. Just a normal day. He's just using that normal day to get our attention. I do think that we have wow moments here, but probably it's going to start tomorrow morning. But we need to know when to look. So here he is. I do think that God's trying to get his attention. Moses stops in his tracks and he listens. And God calls out his name, and Moses responds appropriately. Here I am. As if, by the way, nobody else was around.